I wanted to talk to you today about what if syndrome, the magical mystery what if syndrome that I actually think is incredibly common amongst people growing a business. And it's also one of the most likely reasons to stop people making the kind of progress that they really should do in their business. Do you ever find yourself in that place where you feel as though you literally have a bazillion ideas for how you want to grow your business, how you want to extend your marketing, reach more customers, sell more products, and yet you find that you don't actually push on with those ideas because of the nagging, niggling little questions that pop into your head and keep holding you back? First off, if that sounds familiar, then be rest assured that you're actually incredibly normal. In fact, you're in the majority. If you're not sure whether this applies to you, here's a couple of very common examples that I see at the moment. The first one is people that say to me that they absolutely know they need to be making videos on social media or more videos. They want to be sharing on their website, on their social media, on LinkedIn. But then all the what if questions come in. What if I look fat? What if I sound northern? What if I stumble over my words? What if it's not perfect? What if people think I don't know what I'm talking about? And all of those are small, trivial things. And yet, when you leave them in here to do their thing, they can take over everything. The second classic example that I see a lot is real doubts about how and when to follow up a conversation with a prospective customer, whether that's a meeting or a call. It's that whole indecisiveness about what if I follow up today and they think I'm spamming? What if they just don't want to go ahead and they can't bear to tell me? What if they think I'm too expensive and then I force them into having that conversation? What if, the what if syndrome. So this is how it plays out. But there are two simple questions that you can actually start to ask yourself in these situations so you can kind of pull yourself away, get a clearer view on the reality of the situation and start to push past. See that stumbling? Oh my God, and I'm still going to leave it in. Start to push past those little niggling doubts that are holding you back. So the first thing to bear in mind is that all the what if questions are just a form of fear. And fear, there are different acronyms: false expectations appearing real, false evidence appearing real. But what it means is that you are playing out a scene essentially in your head of what may go wrong or what may happen, but it's not real. This is actually stuff that's just going around in your head, and your head can create this amazing vision of all the millions of things that could go wrong. So the first question to ask yourself, whenever you want to do something but you just find you can't quite push through these what if questions, is what evidence do I have? What evidence do I have in terms of these niggling questions and niggling doubts? What evidence do I have that I'm going to stumble across my words, that I'm going to sound stupid, that people won't like me on video? And the reality of it is that you probably have no evidence of that. It's probably all in here. So that says, okay, this is false evidence. I'm working on assumption when I really should be working on fact. Your business strategy needs to be based on fact, not on assumption. And the second question, if that one doesn't nudge you past quite far enough, the second question is, what would you expect of somebody else in the same situation? So would you expect, for instance, for me to completely reshoot this video because I stumbled across my words in the middle? Has that absolutely destroyed the quality and the credibility of this video? Or actually, are you not that bothered? And if anything, it just makes me look a little bit more normal and down to earth and approachable. Or what if you'd had a supplier come to see you? How soon would you expect them to follow up with you? Would you be happy for them to wait a week? Or by that stage, would you be thinking, well, to be honest, I'm not sure they want my business anyway? So by asking what would you expect of somebody else in the same circumstance, that can actually help you to get a more realistic view of the situation and push past those assumptions. So I hope that helps you. I would love to hear your feedback in the comments below, or drop me an email. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you know somebody else out there who is riddled with the what if syndrome, then please feel free to share this with them too.